foremost, I'm really, really proud of our team to show fight and resiliency and togetherness. And, guys made big plays throughout the whole game. I can talk about every one of them because every one of them stepped in and did some huge things, whether it was Jorge taking taking two charges, Jalen Lowe coming in and, giving us a spark offensively and creatively. Guillermo, stepping out and making some threes. I thought those guys, he and Federico, did a really good job of battling Edwards. Obviously, this guy to my left, making 9 threes and what he did, Bub, and the stuff that he did. But I thought the guy that changed the game was Will. And it's a testament because it doesn't show up as far as points. But what he did to give us energy defensively, rebounding, he was a connector. He was an unbelievable communicator. He showed grit and toughness, and it really, really helped us be better. They only had 5 free throws in the second half, so we did a really good job of defending without fouling. And then we did a good job on Slazinski. I think he only had 6 points in the second half, got a couple late from the free throw line, but a big part of that was what Will was able to do defensively. So really proud of my team. I thought we took a step forward today to be able to come in our first road game in a hostile environment and to perform this way, especially, what we were able to do in the second half, I thought was huge.
Blake, what can you say about what Will contributed? Obviously, the stat sheet doesn't show it, but you guys did get a big jolt of energy. What's it like to see him come in and give that boost?
I already told him everything I really could say, but as far as the public statement is, that is what it looks like to be a winner. That's the definition of being a winner. Being able to come out there and put winning first. That's what it looks like right there. So that's all I can really say. I appreciate his work, and I love him. I love him for it.
Well, you're the only guy on the team, that's played here before. How much did this game mean to you to come out and turn in a big performance?
No, that definitely means a lot. I think the first time we came here didn't go so well. And then last year I wasn't even able to play when we played Westview. So, coming into this game, I just knew I was going to try and give everything I had, no matter how much I played or what like you said, what the stat sheet says. So, it just means a lot.
Like, did you know you were feeling it today? Was there any point, or was it just feeling like another day and you're just going to let it fly?
I'm always feeling it.
All right.
Blake and Will, 50 Oakland Zoo members made it down from Oakland. Did you hear them up there in the second level, and how does it feel to have them come here with you?
We definitely showed them love after the game. I hope they know how much we appreciate that, and we play super hard for them with them in mind.
So, like for this, how much does this game mean to you? Because this is only your second year at Pitt, and Pitt hasn't beaten West Virginia since 2012. How important was it for this program just to get this win?
Yeah, obviously it means a lot being a rivalry game, but it just means a lot because we needed a win. So, and that's what we went out and got.
Blake and Will, what did the Twins do for you guys today? It seemed like they helped defensively a lot in the first half and especially offensively in the second.
Go ahead, Will.
I think the Twins did a great job, especially defending Edwards and Jorge coming in off the bench and having no conscience, being able to put the ball in the basket and be able to come out and make plays for us offensively and defensively. And G being able to stretch the floor, pick and pop, knock down threes, dribble handoffs, everything. They both impacted the game a lot, and we appreciate them for that.
Coach, the three-point shot for you guys tonight, was that part of the focus coming in, or is it just something like, once they started going in, let's just keep doing it?
That's who we are.
Yeah.
I think we can shoot the basketball. We haven't shot it well in the last 4 games, but this is more of who I think we can be. More importantly, I thought we really did a great job of moving the basketball and sharing it. In the first half, we missed some, and we got some clean looks. But we want to take good shots. We want to generate good shots, and we live with the results. Obviously, this guy had it going. G had it going. Bub got it going there for a little bit. And so we were able to, with his 9, make a lot today.
Well, your coach talked about how he needed to see more from your bench after Sunday's loss. How much pride do you have in your bench's collective effort with you, with G having 15? How much pride do you have in the group as a whole and what they did today?
We got a lot of pride, you know. Everybody's from starters, first man to 14. We got ballers. They come in, we come to win games. We go hard in practice every single day, try and push each other, and we know that any given moment our number can be called. And with that being said, when we step on the court, we're going to be ready.
Will, do you go in with the mindset like, hey, I'm going to get on that court, I'm going to lift these guys, I'm going to bring that energy? Is that in the back of your mind?
That's definitely in the back of my mind, and I think that the rest of the guys have that instilled into them too. You know, when we come off the bench or starters come back in or anything like that, we just want to supply energy because that's the basis of how you win.
Like you talked about a couple games ago, how you said the young guards, they weren't struggling, they were learning. Do you feel like some of those learning lessons were on display today for Bub?
Sure enough, and J-Lo for sure, and it's still going. I'm telling you, man, they can be some of the best guards in the conference. So it's still going, but yes, some of the lessons did show up today, and they did a better job, a real good job.
You guys got it. Questions for Coach.
Jeff, I think it was 15 minutes to go in the game. You guys had, I think, 36 points on three-pointers. Then all of a sudden, you went on a 2-point streak of shooting. Was that intentional to try to drive the hoop a little bit more?
Yeah, we wanted to drive. We found something that was working for us, and we were able to go to it. Ish was able to get downhill and generate some plays at the basket. Some other guys were able to drive. Again, we just tried to take what the defense gave us.
To build off of that, I mean, how much of Ish's presence played a factor in that?
It was huge. You know, he's a guy that can drive and create, and you know, he's a really good free throw shooter. And at that moment, we didn't want to settle. We saw how they were playing the ball screens, and we thought that we could get some things, you know, out of that, and we were able to capitalize.
Something Blake said, he said we needed a win. And whenever they kind of closed the first half on a little bit of a run, they kind of got the crowd into it. What changed, or what were you able to do to kind of separate that?
Well, I thought we had done a good job in the first half. For the first 16 minutes and 30 seconds, I think we were up 7. In the last 3 minutes and 3 minutes and 22 seconds, 3 minutes and 44 seconds, they scored 11 points. And really it was Slazinski. He was able to drive by us. Our ball screen defense wasn't with the force that's required. We gave up a middle drive, put them on the foul line for and one, and then we didn't make shots during that stretch. We talked about at halftime coming out and getting off to a good start. We knew we would have the basketball, and then to come out and try to get going offensively, but more importantly, to string together some stops. And we were able to do that, but more importantly, we were able to sustain it throughout the second half.
Jeff, the rebounding numbers were pretty close, but do you feel like you did a good job defensively on the glass, not allowing second chance?
I do. We knew coming in that this would be a game that perhaps our fives may not get defensive rebounds because we wanted them blocking Edwards out. So we talked about other guys are going to have to rebound because it's going to take a lot to keep him off the glass. He's a guy that came into this game averaging 4 offensive rebounds. So I thought we did a heck of a job of limiting him to only 2. And then Will got in there and rebounded. Our guards got in there and rebounded. Obviously, in the first half, we didn't have Ish for 18 minutes. He's been one of our better rebounders, but I thought we did a good job.
Jeff, you also said yesterday that this team needed a win. Can you speak to what this win does mean for you after it happened?
Well, it's huge. It's huge when you've lost 2 in a row at home. And, you know, for us, this is our first time on the road in someone else's environment. You know, not a neutral court game. It's a rivalry game. Awesome crowd, great environment. You know, I'm just really proud that we were able to perform like this. You know, I think during this 5-game stretch, we've learned a lot about our team. I've learned a lot about our team, and we have some stuff that we can continue to get better and build on.
Was there a conversation at the half with Bub about maybe a reluctance to drive early on? Because it seemed like that went away in the second half, and not just for him, for a lot of guys.
Yeah, you know, we want to drive and get to the basket and take what the defense gives us. At times I thought we settled a little bit. There was one play in the second half where I think we came off of a ball screen, and I thought Bub could have gotten all the way to the basket, but he settled for a jumper right there. And after that, we talked about driving him, getting in the paint, and either you scoring or generating some baskets there. And I thought he did a heck of a job. For those 2 freshman guards to come in this environment and have 10 assists and 1 turnover, that's pretty great.
Just one more on Blake. You know, he's 6'8", what, 230, 240. I mean, he's kind of a matchup nightmare for a lot of, you know, not that he's going to go out and hit 9 threes every game, but did you kind of see him being a big matchup problem going into the night?
Well, we think that for every game. I think Blake's one of the better players in the ACC. I think he can be one of the better players in the country. He's off to an outstanding season, but probably the thing that he's done best is lead. That's where he's really, really grown as a player. And he has so much pride in the University of Pittsburgh and so much gratefulness for the city of Pittsburgh, the University of Pittsburgh, and our program, and it permeates throughout everyone on our team.
After a while, does that performance even amaze the coach? When you
I've seen him do a lot,
Yeah.
but more importantly, I see how he works. I see the time that he puts in on his game, on his body. You know, when you work like that and you take care of yourself and you're about the right stuff, usually good things happen for you.